And in business, after announcing it would dissolve last November, defunct local carrier TransAsia Airways today held a shareholders meeting to discuss and finalize the liquidation of its assets. In the face of protests by disgruntled airline employees and small shareholders, TransAsia Chairman Vincent Lin, who moderated the meeting, successfully orchestrated the passage of 3 motions, bringing to an end the carrier's 65 years of history.
Nearly 200 TransAsia employees gathered outside the location of the company's shareholders meeting, demanding to be allowed to enter the venue and listen to proceedings. In the end, only some of the leaders of the company employee union were allowed inside. The interim shareholders meeting was convened to discuss proposals for dissolving TransAsia, withdrawing its public offering, and negotiating the severance pay of its employees. Agreements were reached on each of the 3 items, and 3 representatives were elected to take charge of liquidating the company's assets. But smaller shareholders at the meeting complained that the 3-minute period for voting didn't even give them the time to cast their ballots.
We didn't see details of the voting process, and when they had 70 or so ballots, they counted them by themselves without reading out the votes. The votes for the people in charge of liquidating the company's assets wasn't something we were able to influence. It's incredible that after the vote on the first proposal, they asked the meeting convener to simply read out the results without any regard for the opposing voices at the meeting.
More than a month after TransAsia announced at the end of last November that it would dissolve, a meeting of shareholders and the defunct carrier has now finalized the details of its demise.